couple apps to demo for you today. They're both have to do with drones. The first one is called Dronometer, which is, as you might expect, a metronome and a drone combined together in one app. And then the other one is DronePlayer, which is my oldest app on the App Store. So they're both a lot of fun to practice with, at least I think so. So the first one out of the gate I'll show you is Dronometer, and it's basically pretty simple. Excuse me, you've got two drones that you can set up with these pitches and the octave, and even set the volume. And then you can set the meter, the sound, and the percussion volume, the click track volume, in the lower portion, set the tempo of course. And I'll just dive right in and just start playing. So it starts playing, and then you hear the two drones, the two pitches, C and G, played extended, and then the click track is playing. And over the top of this, I like to play scales and those sorts of things. A little bit, so you can also just play your scales and improvise over the top. So that's Dronometer in a nutshell. There's far more to the app than that, but that gives you at least a sampling of it, I guess. And then contrast that with DronePlayer. DronePlayer takes what Dronometer can do, but applies a number of, you can have more than one drones and they play in a sequence, what I call a drone sequence. So across this app you'll see these columns, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and you can hit the plus and minus signs to remove some or add some. And basically it works very much the same. So you hit play, and I have the tempo set a little bit. So it's now marching across the columns. It's in the third column now, fourth column now, and then goes back and repeats. And just keeps going back and forth like that. And you can play very similar to that, although now we've got to change chords or change scales or something when the chord changes, right? That's the first preset. There are several to choose from. You can create as many as you want. Let's see, so this one goes up and down. Let's check it out. So it's just going down my whole steps. So what I'm doing is just basically just following the sounds that I hear and approximating, figuring out what scales, what notes are going to work across those sounds as they change. So even though it starts on C, it goes down to B flat and A flat, it tends to imply a B flat minor sort of tonality, and so that's what I tend to play. You don't have to do that. You could play B flat major, and it would actually sound subtly different because there's really nobody playing that D flat. It's sort of implied. So here's what it sounds like if I do a B flat major approach. Subtly different. You tend to what I really like about playing with drones is that it challenges your habits, challenges how you tend to respond to the sounds that you hear, and actually challenges what your ears are actually hearing. Make sure that you're actually hearing is it an E or an E flat. So that's one little usage of it that I like very much. So these drones are going up in minor thirds, so we'll see what happens with that. So it helps you to work on getting from one chord to the other. And this is where it gets very helpful to back down the tempo. Take your time, hear the transitions between those chords, and give yourself a little break to make the changes. So, I didn't really dive into the, it has a collection of other sounds available, simple piano and that sort of thing, which can really help to illuminate the tonality a little bit. Move the tempo back up for you. So it just clarifies things a little bit. And then sometimes the more stringish or synthesizer-ish sounds maybe create a different mood, different atmosphere, so you might play differently. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the two apps. That's basically it. They're both available on the App Store. Enjoy. Happy practicing.